So I received an email from a student, an online student, and I just wanted to share that and talk to that student individually, and then also if this benefits other people, awesome. And then if people are interested in helping the student out, maybe you could provide comments in this, below this video or below the tweet where I put this video out. And you could let the student know whether or not you think starting a GoFundMe page might be helpful. And I'm a little bit reluctant about doing this because some people run scams, and you just never know if somebody's just trying to do some sort of a situation scenario to make some money. But anyhow, this email's lingered in my inbox for a couple of weeks. And the person sent the email over, and I've known the person online for about, I don't know, a couple of months, few interactions, and maybe I'm a sucker, and it's just a ploy to get money, but at the same time, I thought I'd put it out there to see if other people want to help, because it's just kind of nagged at me and gnawed at me. But here's the last part of the email. This has led to little income flowing into my family for basic needs. I have since suspended my online learning largely due to lack for funds to buy internet data and fuel for my generator. Yes, steady electricity is still a luxury from the part of the world I come from. The better part of my days for the last 3 months have been spent in worry, deep frustration, doubt, anxiety, and sheer fear. My nights haven't been any better. Sleeplessness has become my companion due to restlessness of my heart and mind. You have dealt with depression, anxiety, and self-doubt. I have. And have come out successfully on the brighter side of life. I have. My questions are these. What kept you going during these periods? So here's the answer to that first question. And though I was dealt some low cards in life, and those low cards just sort of coming from a challenged family, and being raised what I call farm tough. And though I was dealt a couple of low cards, one high card I was dealt is I am 100% stubborn and obstinate, and I will not quit. I will not give up. I will fight until it kills me, but I will not ever kill myself. And so there were times where I was low enough that I thought, wow, people who get this low, this is where they take themselves out. And I just do not have that in me, even though the awareness was that at that point, this is something that some people might do. For me, it's like I will find my way out, and I'll find my way out, as best as I could. So I just didn't quit, and that was one of my challenges. And I struggled and worked and looked and searched for a solution to the challenge. And I went to therapists, and I tried antidepressants and anti-anxiety pills. And at one point, I was on like SSRI. I can't remember the exact name of it, but like Prozac or whatever. And then they were also putting me on Provigil, the startup drug, because the SSRI made me tired, so they jacked me up Provigil. And I thought, this is crazy. I feel like Elvis. One pill to make me calm, one pill to wake me up. And I just didn't like the way I felt in my body. And so exercise, I just started exercising really hard. Went to talk therapy. I'd read a lot of books. I'd listen to a lot of talks. And I just started to change my mind and the stories I tell myself. So what kept me going during those periods? I was dealt a high card of knowing that within me there's the potential to solve the challenges, and if I can't solve the challenge, then that would knock me out, but I would never knock myself out individually. So that's what that persistence and that grit, and come hell or high water, and knowing that inside myself I just sort of have a self-concept, and this is something you could adopt yourself, a self-concept that I'm a fighter. I just believe that, and you could tell yourself that, like, I fight for the solution. I fight, and I'm going to fight until I just can't get up anymore. And so and then exercise was huge, and also having therapists that I could talk to, which if you're in that, dire circumstances in a third world country, maybe that would be a friend, or maybe that's just you start a webcam video blog and you just start dumping it, like get it out of your head. Like I just dumped all the bad things that had happened in my life, and I said them so many times, that finally they lost their charge. They became, I discharged them from myself, just like a wound will get pus and discharge the pus. I discharged that negativity from my head, and I took the charge out of it. I discharged it, because then it was just like I said it so many times, and it's a lot of that stuff. I cried about it, eventually it lost its charge. It's like, okay, I'm done with that. But I had to kind of get it out of me. I couldn't just keep holding it in to get rid of it. So that's what kept me going during those periods. How did you deal with the periods when you can't study, either because you are too broke to buy essential stuff for learning or too frustrated because life took a bad turn for the worse? Exercise, right? Like when you can't do anything else, get exercise. And then also just start a regimen where you allocate a certain period of time every day towards a skillful endeavor. So you might do a 15 minutes every day where you make a video, or you just write about what's going on in your life, what's challenging, and then just post it somewhere, or just throw it away. I wrote almost 50 novels, and I published 20 of them, part of that process of just getting things out of me. And I do that every day like a ritual. And so you just create scheduled rituals for forward steps. One, getting the negativity out of you, whether it's vlogging or writing about it or just writing it and burning it. And then another schedule, like, okay, I'm going to exercise for a half hour, and you just get out every day, regardless of whether you want to or don't want to do it, you do it. And you just get out and exercise for a half hour every day. And then you do something to make money every day, so whatever that might be. And, you just look for a way to make money. And I'm just thinking, like, if you're in the third world, like, what is there online for making money? But, you might just start creating courses. I mean, that's what I know, so I think of that. And so if you have a $70 webcam, and I'm sure that, or a video, little video camera, like teach people a few things, and, get it out there on the learning platforms, like Greater Commons or Udemy. And, I don't know. There's other ways to make money online, but part of it might be you just start looking for those. So that's just take forward steps every day. And if you can't study, get those scheduled things where each day you're taking forward steps. Even if it's studying, spend a half hour and it doesn't stick, great. Do it again the next day. Eventually it's going to stick. I feel like I'm lagging behind because my reading has become inconsistent. Do I start all over when I manage to pass through this trying moment in my life? You are where you are. Lagging forward progress is just a concept of, like, comparing yourself to someone else or some other ideal, and usually comparing yourself to someone else is an ideal, right? We have multiple intelligences. So some people might be really smart at programming and get that really fast, but they might be really bad at social relationships. So like, everybody's good and bad at different things. So you can't really compare yourself to others because, for what I said. So, I don't know about starting all over. You just have to take care of the first practical priorities first: food on the table, making money. So whatever it takes to do that, and you just don't quit. You just don't quit. That's life. It's work, and you just keep working and make money, take care of your family, and then try to push the ball forward beyond that. So I didn't mean to bore you with my long read, and certainly didn't mean to go on a rant about my issues. I just needed to offload these issues off my chest, and it's been 2 weeks of gaining the courage to write this email. So I think your email really stuck with me, and I'm not going to send you. I would send you like a couple of bucks, but I'm just really hesitant about requests from people I've never met online for money, and I know you didn't ask for that, so I came up with that idea myself. So I would be down for $5 if you do start a GoFundMe. I'll throw in $5. If I knew you in person, definitely, when people I know in person are struggling, friends and family, I'm there to help them. But, you might try GoFundMe if you're in dire circumstances, make a video, explain your situation. But also, I think a lot of people are skeptical about that, so you might get a few dollars from people. But mostly, you got to think about how you can offer value, services, or a product to others, and start building that. Sorry to hear that your other business didn't work out and that you're in tough situations. And I hope that this video here, what comes through is my care and concern, and that I'm in your corner rooting for you, and that ultimately, end of the day, all of us are responsible for our own lives, and that we succeed and fail, we live and die, we're happy and we're not happy, we're healthy, we're not healthy, based upon our own choices and actions. And we get low cards and high cards, and we have to play the cards we got, and you have to start from there and work forward and push it. So I know a lot of people in this world struggle, but that's the game. That's what we've been born into. So I wish you luck, and I hope this video finds you in as good of circumstances as possible, and know that, if you fight and work, my life, I'll say my life is testament to the fact that it is possible for people to make it out. All right, so I don't know if I said all that correctly, but again, I hope the intent comes, or as well as it could be said, but I hope the intent comes through, and I just need to sort of respond to this email because it didn't seem like the normal scammy email, and the way it was written, I could kind of feel your heartfelt intentions. All right, I wish you the best.